Waveman here, and today we're going to talk about arcade ground strike matches and how to win them. The way to win them is to get a lot of ground kills. As you can see here, I got 18 ground kills. But that's not why we won the match. The more important statistic is I had 0 deaths, as you can see. And the reason for that is not because I'm some awesome pilot. It's because nobody bothered me the whole match. I was left completely unmolested by the enemy team. Now, if you're thinking that reason is because I flew high above all the enemy fighters, it isn't. I was acting as a dive bomber the entire time and flew near the ground. Nobody came to attack me. Now here I am in a second match. In fact, this was the match right after the end result you just saw. So I took the Avenger in again and said, well, let's press our luck and see if I can get the same result a second time. So I flew to the right side of this map, as you can see, through the pea soup, and come down and decide to hit some ground targets. So I'm over here completely alone yet again, and there's not one enemy fighter bothering me. In fact, the only thing bothering me, as you just heard, is the ground anti-aircraft fire. So I'm allowed to drop all of my bombs, fire my machine guns on a few other ground targets, and again, nobody has come to try and shoot me out of the sky. So fast forwarding after I reloaded, again, still not one enemy fighter has come to challenge me. And as you'll see here, the only one who comes to challenge me is myself. So since I've taken out all the ground targets on the right side of the map, I decide, well, let's go for the left side of the map. And again, I'm left completely unchallenged by the enemy team. So it seems as if everyone on the enemy team is simply engaged in trying to farm air kills, even though the purpose of this match is to destroy all the ground targets. The fighters in this match should be doing one of two things. Either they should be trying to shoot down the enemy bombers, or they should be trying to protect their own bombers. Now, I don't know if they're doing those things on another portion of the map, but they're certainly leaving me completely unmolested. And my tendency is to believe that they're not trying to shoot down bombers, because if they were, there probably would have been someone on the right side of the map to shoot me down, and now someone on the left side of the map to shoot me down.
Enemy units are attacking our base. We must stop them.
So now I'm heading full on into enemy territory, toward their airbase and their spawn point, to try and get the last few ground targets that we need to win this match. And as you can see, finally, there's an enemy fighter that can challenge me at this point. However, at the point they decide to challenge me, there's only one ground target we need, and I'm about to destroy it.
Victory's ours. Let's go home.
So we win the match, and as you can see here, a total of 16 ground kills in this match. 12 of them came from the Avenger and 4 from the Havoc. And I probably would have survived this match with the Avenger had I not killed myself. Interestingly enough, if you look at the enemy ground kill totals, they total 8 for their entire team, which means I alone got twice as many kills as the entire enemy team. So now I'm flying in another ground strike match, and as you can see, I'm flying a fighter this time, the Hurricane Mark I. So the question is, why am I flying a fighter? Well, am I planning on shooting down the bombers? Am I planning on protecting our bombers? The answer to that is yes, but there's another reason I took in the Hurricane Mark I, and that is because this was a ground strike with light vehicles, and therefore I know the Hurricane is capable of attacking the ground targets as well. However, despite that fact, what you're going to see in the footage that follows is that I'm attacking the air targets, and in fact all but one of the air targets I attack is a fighter. And in fact, during this entire match, I don't attack or kill even one ground target. So now you're thinking I'm completely insane, because I just told you the way to win ground strike matches is to either attack the ground targets, or if you're flying a fighter, to try and take out the enemy bombers or protect our own bombers. However, I noticed one thing when I got into this match which was very important and changed my entire strategy. And that is that there were only 10 human players in this match. So I knew that with only 5 human players on each side, that this match was not going to be decided by who killed the ground targets. It was going to be decided by who killed the air targets. I knew that the team that did not lose all of its aircraft was going to end up winning this match. So I decided I was going to concentrate solely on destroying every air target I could find. So what was a ground strike match actually became a match of air attrition. So the match came out the way I expected. The enemy lost all its aircraft and we got the victory. So I guess the lesson of this video is, number one, to be concerned about winning the match. I can't claim that I always have been myself. It's a sort of a noob mistake to just want to rack up kills and XP, but more recently I've been more inclined to try and win the matches and concentrate on a strategy to do so. So hopefully I've given a couple strategies to people who want to win these matches. One is go after the ground targets. Two is, if you're not going to do that and play a fighter, protect your bombers or go after the enemy bombers. And if you get a quirky mission like the last one I had where you have a limited number of people playing, you know that it's really going to be an air attrition match and that's going to decide it. So I hope this was helpful and look for future videos.